Welcome, everybody. This is Crazy Cross the Vine, and we're going to be diving into a world that we as humans were never supposed to see. Sort of like my bald head. My hair should have covered that up. The unsettling, the very eerie, the thing we were never supposed to know as humans. But because we have cameras, we were able to witness. Now, without further hesitation, we're going to dive into the eerie world from the good folks at Sir Spooks and see 13 videos that will get under your skin. And the lights stay off. And if you see something behind me, I can only hope it's not there.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks and today we'll take a look at 13 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. This first video we'll be taking a look at today comes to us from a TikTok account known as the Still Room Society, and shows how even the most unexpected places can feel unsettling. The footage in question was filmed at the Willard Library in Evansville, Indiana on January 17, 2026. The library was built back in 1885, making it one of the oldest public libraries in the state. There have long been stories of hauntings tied to the building, with the most well-known being a ghostly figure often referred to as the Grey Lady. Over the years, both visitors and staff have reported seeing this apparition moving through the halls, along with other strange occurrences like sudden cold spots, flickering lights, and books falling from shelves without explanation. At the start of the video, the woman recording asks whatever might be in the room with her to show itself.
You
Just a
shouldn't do
couple
that.
of seconds later, something unusual can be heard.
I can hear you back there.
Yeah.
Why don't you show yourself to me?
Okay. Hmm. Okay.
I know this is your home, and I mean you no disrespect. I'm just curious about you, like why you're here and
Because I
who you
died.
are.
Like, you better hope it's friendly.
My name's Missy. I'd love to know more about you.
See, this is just something I wouldn't be doing.
Right around here, a series of strange noises seem to echo from somewhere nearby in the library. The sounds are faint, but distinct enough to stand out against the otherwise quiet room, creating a moment that feels hard to ignore. At first listen, it almost feels as if something is responding to her request, especially given how quickly the noise follows. The timing gives the impression of an interaction, even though nothing is ever seen on camera. Of course, there's also the possibility that the sound came from something more ordinary. Perhaps movement elsewhere in the building, shifting materials, or even another person out of view.
I mean, a bird could
In
have
a
got
place
caught
as
in the
old as
vent.
this, unexpected noises wouldn't be entirely unusual. What makes the clip linger is how little context we're given, with no clear
I mean, with these old buildings, you could have like radiators, birds can get stuck in vents, many things, not necessarily the ghostly type. And the fact that we didn't see an apparition means it might not be a ghost. Or it could just be the janitor in the other hall and jacking off or
A
something.
source for the sound, the moment is left hanging, just enough to raise questions but not enough to answer them.
Number 12.
This video was posted by CC Wrights 5244 to her TikTok account in January of 2026 and shows her filming inside her home while seemingly asking a spirit to close a set of double doors directly in front of her, as a couple of her friends talk in the background. What stands out right away is how calm she sounds, especially considering how young she appears. There's no panic in her voice, just a steady request as she focuses on the doors. After a few seconds pass, this is what happens.
Can you please shut the doors?
Kind of show it so you can see that it sees. Oh yeah. They're shutting.
Oh, there it goes. Here.
Show it so nobody can everybody can see that. No.
Oh wow. Nice.
Yep, they're shutting.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't think it's slamming.
Guys, you basically
show it
shut
like this so you can see
Can
that
you open
nobody's
it?
pushing the door or something.
It's okay. Can you try opening the doors? If it's
Alright.
too hard, we can
Okay, can you
we can
try
help you.
It just swings it open.
Open them. Okay, so I'm gonna give it a little push. Or that might have been a little harder there.
Oh, come on, you're helping the ghost.
Can you push it open? It's not really that way. Oh, awesome job. I think that's what easier.
If it can't open it now,
Can you please try pushing the doors open?
maybe it
Instead
doesn't
of shutting
have
them.
to. Oh, it does.
Wow, nice job. That's really impressive. Oh, is it? Oh, never mind. That was just. Okay. Wait.
It's shutting. Good job.
All right, yeah. Just closing them
Try
again.
keeping one open. Try keeping one open.
Nope, it closed it.
Okay, guys, let's go downstairs. Okay, we're gonna head downstairs, okay?
As you just saw, the doors slowly begin to close on their own, with
I mean, that's a very nice spirit. I asked my spirit to stop pissing in the toilet, and it doesn't. So, yes, I have a bathroom in the corner over there, and I never use that bathroom. None of the kids use it, and I know my wife doesn't. But I've gone in there to clean it, and there's piss all in the toilet. I've flushed shit down. The kids are terrified of it because the door just swings open and the light just flickers on. And there's just piss and shit in the toilet.
no one visibly touching them. The movement is steady and deliberate, making the moment feel more controlled than accidental. She then continues asking the same presence to open the doors again. It takes a bit of persistence, but eventually the doors begin to move once more.
Now on this one, she did have to open it. Normally, with the videos that I've seen, the spirit would be able to open it itself. So maybe it's a short spirit. Can't reach the doorknobs.
This time swinging back
handles.
open in a way that mirrors what happened before. The way this unfolds gives the impression of a direct response, almost like something is listening and reacting in real time. The back and forth nature of the interaction is what makes the clip feel especially unusual. That said, this could also come down to something more practical, like airflow, pressure differences between rooms, or even someone just out of frame influencing the doors.
Honestly,
Without
it could
seeing
be
the full
string.
environment, it's
I don't
difficult
see
to
the
rule
top.
those out completely. The
The fact that you
unsettling
don't
part
see
is
the
how
top of the
responsive
door.
the movement appears. Whether it's something unexplained or not, the timing alone is enough to make the moment feel difficult to brush off.
I'm not saying that it's not a ghost. I'm just saying, like, there's other factors.
On
String
February
on the top.
19th, 2012, a German YouTuber known as Plingplong23
Bling
posted a
plong.
video that shows a group of friends sitting around a coffee table in a house late one night.
This is something
They
you
appear to
just
be playing their
don't
own
do.
makeshift version of a Ouija board, and as you might expect, things don't stay calm.
You just don't play with Ouija boards. Whether it's your own version, whether it's the game version, or what the one that we have, I swear to God, I think I hit it because when my wife came to live with me, she brought it. And I'm like, no, you're not playing with that. You're not touching that. We're going to put it somewhere, and that's where it's going to stay. And I think that's where it stays.
For long. For the first little while, everything seems completely normal. The group takes turns playing, smiling and laughing as if it's all just harmless fun, with no sign that anything unusual is about to happen. Then, out of nowhere, this happens.
Oh, she took her hand off. He did. And nobody said goodbye. And this is what happens when you don't
The
close
wine
the
glass
portal
suddenly begins to move on its own, sliding across the table before
and say
lifting up
goodbye.
entirely and violently smashing into pieces. The moment happens fast, but it's enough to send everyone jumping back in shock, their
And that's the
reactions
moment
breaking the
they
calm
knew
as the video
they
abruptly
fucked up.
ends. At first glance, it almost feels like something unseen is interacting directly with the glass, especially given how suddenly the mood shifts. The way it lifts off the surface is what really stands out, making it hard to immediately explain. At the same time, there are a few grounded possibilities to consider. It's possible something off-camera could have influenced the glass, or that some kind of setup was used to create the effect.
Now, I don't see any string. The only way that the cup could be is if there was a spring load at the bottom, the way that it flew up. But I didn't see that either fly off to the side when it flew up. So I'm gonna say it's real.
Without a clear view of everything happening around the table, it's difficult to fully rule that out. The clip ends before we get anything close to an explanation, leaving the moment frozen at its most intense point.
And their reactions were exactly on par with what would happen if they weren't planning something. So it could be real. Number 10. I missed number 11. I am sorry.
Over on the Alien subreddit, a user known as Ninth Arrow
We got
posted a video
aliens.
that captures something unusual in the sky late one cloudy night. The footage shows the uploader pointing his camera upward, while a group of kids can be heard in the background, yelling and reacting to whatever it is they're seeing above them.
I mean, yeah, aliens. It's a spaceship.
A large bright light appears in the sky, partially obscured by the clouds. As the camera zooms in and out and pans around, the light remains fixed in the same position, giving a better sense of just how big it seems to be. The way it holds completely still makes the moment feel even stranger. It's easy to see why something like this would stand out, especially with how prominent it looks against the night sky. At first glance, this almost feels like something structured, rather than a single point of light, with the glow spreading in a way that gives it a more defined shape. At the same
I like right in the middle. I don't have my mouse so that you can see, but right in the middle, it looks like eyes. It looks like something's forming. Sorry, there was noise on the other side of the fucking room. Oh god, I'm doing this in the dark.
time, it's difficult to offer any simple explanation for what's being shown here.
I'm gonna put my
This
headphones
doesn't
down.
automatically mean the object is alien or otherworldly, but based on the footage alone, it doesn't seem to behave like an obvious plane, drone, spotlight, or reflection. The fact that it remains fixed in place while appearing so large only makes it harder to pin down. What makes the clip linger is how massive the light appears despite how little it actually does. It stays there unmoving, leaving the moment open to interpretation.
Alright, it's
A TikTok user known as Rody Farias posted a video to his account in March of 2026 that shows him recording inside his bedroom after apparently hearing strange noises coming from somewhere within his house.
Chicos, yo voy a filmar esto porque después me dicen que es mentira.
light over there. Just
Ustedes escuchan ese ruido, ¿no? Porque... Pará, no puede ser.
oh, doggy!
Right at
He's
the
like,
beginning
"Come
of
on,
the
we gotta get
footage,
the
a
gals."
series of knocking sounds can be heard from somewhere nearby. They're close enough to feel immediate, setting the tone as Rody begins cautiously moving through his home to figure out where they're coming from. From here, we follow along as he continues to investigate, and it doesn't take long before things begin to escalate.
Alright, he went outside.
¡Ey!
That's something. That's something, alright.
¿Qué carajo, boludo? Quiero que vean. Hay frío casi.
Just past the 1-minute mark, a dark figure briefly
Yep, right here. Right in that area.
appears, peeking out from behind a wall outside. The moment is quick, but clear enough to catch attention. Despite this, Rody calls out and
Now that it literally looks like it could be like about 8 feet tall, coming from the wall, and then like he just crouched down.
decides to follow, which leads him toward a nearby
I don't
swing
think any
set.
of you can hear.
That's when
around
things
here.
take another turn, as the swing can be seen moving on its
Alright, the
own,
swing's moving.
swaying back and forth with no one around it. And it's
just the
right here
wind.
that Rody finds himself in for one last scare. In the final moments, something is suddenly thrown onto the ground, seemingly out of nowhere, bringing the encounter to an abrupt end. The way this all unfolds gives the impression that whatever is happening isn't isolated to just one moment. From the knocking to the figure, to the movement outside, it feels like a sequence rather than a single coincidence. There is the chance that each moment has its own explanation. The figure could have been another person on the property, the swing might be reacting to wind, and the final movement is too brief to clearly identify what actually caused it. The unsettling part is how quickly each moment builds on the last. Just as one strange detail appears, something else follows, leaving very little time to process what's actually going on.
I mean, if you see around, it looks like there was wind. So
A Reddit user known as Vladimir L. Sachenko posted a chilling video to the Bigfoot subreddit, along with a detailed backstory explaining the footage. According to the post, the video was filmed in 1990.
now, Bigfoot. Does everyone believe that he's real? I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments. I think he is. I think there were a bunch of, like, because we have so many sightings, and they're not just in one isolated area. And again, I could say the same thing with dragons, but we have so many dragons. But that might be a different video.
By a group of rafters on the Kitoy River in Russia's Irkutsk region. near the Mongolian border. While traveling through the area, they reportedly captured a large, human-like figure covered in dark fur, standing.
And that's the thing, Bigfoot could just be a very large person, like an 8-foot giant, or a 7-foot person who's a wild man living in the woods, knows how to keep himself hidden, conspicuous, and he just lives off the land. He could also be a mutation, and then still living off the land and just trying to be alone. There was also the person, like what the Wolfman was based off of. The person would grow hair everywhere, and again, that could be the same thing. He could have been called a freak and then decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go live off into the land and survive there. Which nowadays he'd be famous. Not really called a freak, he'd just be, there's Bigfoot. Give him lots of money. Just make appearances.
On a cliff and watching them before quickly disappearing back into the forest. The clip has since been featured in multiple documentaries, though it notably has no sound. So without further ado, let's have a look.
Alright, if that's it, I mean, it could be a tree, it could be a man. Looks like the Hat Man right now. Like, if you squint. Alright, and it's okay. Got a penis head.
In the footage, a tall, lanky figure can be seen standing along a rocky cliffside, partially obscured by the terrain. Its proportions appear unusual, with long arms and a posture that doesn't quite match what you'd expect from a person at that distance. The strange part is how it seems to linger there, almost watching, before suddenly disappearing back into the surrounding landscape. The movement is brief, but enough to leave an impression.
It's got the Predator's cloaking ability. That's what it looks like right there.
It's easy to see why some would connect this to a Bigfoot-like creature, especially given the remote location and the description provided. The shape and behavior don't immediately resemble anything familiar. If this wasn't something unknown, then the only realistic alternative may be that it was staged, with someone in a costume positioned on the cliff to create the illusion. The way it appears and vanishes so quickly is what makes the moment hard to pin down.
And that's the thing, the video is so blurry that we'll never know. Unless AI wants to upscale it. Alright, number 7.
Over on the interdimensional NHI subreddit, a user by the name of FMBK3 posted a fascinating video that was reportedly filmed in the Amargosa Valley in Nevada. The roughly 50-second clip appears to show a glowing object descending toward the ground, before hovering briefly. Moments later, it lifts back up, shifts slightly to the right, and then suddenly shoots off at an incredible speed, vanishing from view almost instantly. The way this unfolds gives the impression of something controlled, especially with how smoothly it transitions from landing to takeoff. The sudden burst of speed at the end is what really stands out, making the movement feel far beyond anything you'd expect from a conventional aircraft. There are those who'd interpret this as something genuinely unknown, possibly a craft operating in a way we don't fully understand. The motion, especially that sharp acceleration, doesn't immediately line up with typical flight behavior. Of course, there is the possibility that what we're seeing has been edited or enhanced in some way. Footage like this can be recreated with visual effects, and without additional context or angles, it's difficult to know exactly how it was captured. Adding to the mystery, one commenter claims to have witnessed something similar in person, describing jets chasing a fast-moving light that made a sharp turn before shooting upward into the sky. According to them, this happened years earlier, while they were sitting in a car with a sibling. So what do you make of this one? Could this be something genuinely unexplained, or is there a simpler explanation behind it?
Number 6.
We all know sewer systems aren't exactly places most people would ever want to explore. They're unpleasant for obvious reasons, but they also tend to feel like the kind of place where anything could be hidden.
I don't want to explore there, mainly for the smell. Because of it.
Out of sight.
I've heard
This video was posted to the True Cryptozoology subreddit by a user known as Whole Negotiation 1843 and shows footage captured by a maintenance robot moving through a sewer system.
See,
At first,
I would explore with a robot. Maybe I'm a coward. No, I'm most definitely a fucking coward. I would explore with a robot.
everything seems completely normal as the camera moves through the narrow, dimly lit space. But toward the end of the clip, something unexpected comes into view.
It's it! It's Pennywise! And that's why we don't go in the sewers. That looked like one of those goddamn chest bursters from the Alien.
A strange creature suddenly darts across
Yeah, you see that tail? It's goddamn chest burster.
the frame before disappearing just as quickly as it appeared.
Nope.
The movement is fast, but noticeable enough to stand out against the otherwise empty tunnel. If you slow the footage down, the shape becomes a bit clearer. The creature appears to have a long body, along with what looks like an unusually long tail trailing behind it. At first glance, this almost feels like something unfamiliar, especially given how distorted its proportions seem in such a confined space. The briefness of the sighting only adds to that uncertainty. Skeptics may argue that this could simply be a rat, possibly affected by the camera angle, lighting, or motion blur, which can sometimes make
unless it's a New York rat, they can get pretty big, but it doesn't look like a rat. It really doesn't. You got the head and maybe the arms.
ordinary animals.
And that tail looks like a chest burster.
Look far more unusual than they actually are, especially in environments like this. So what do you make of it? Could this be nothing more than a misidentified animal, or is it something that doesn't quite fit into anything we recognize?
It's a raccoon! He's lost! Number 5.
If you've been keeping up with current events, then there's a good chance you've heard about NASA's Artemis II mission, which captured a lot of attention around the world.
Yeah, everyone said it was
However,
fake.
there may have been something else hidden in one of the live feeds that not everyone noticed at the time. A Reddit user known as Elick38 posted a clip claiming it was recorded on April 3rd at around 9:15 AM GMT during the broadcast. Take a look at what was captured.
I don't really know what I'm looking at. Just a little dot.
Right around here, a strange trail of light can be seen moving across the screen before the clip ends. It appears briefly, but clearly enough to stand out against the darker background of space. As the moment continues, the object doesn't just move, it seems to pick up speed, accelerating noticeably right before it disappears. That sudden increase in pace is what makes the clip feel a bit more unusual. The way it streaks across the frame, especially with that change in speed, gives it a somewhat deliberate feel rather than something simply drifting. It's easy to imagine this being something out of the ordinary, particularly given the setting and how unexpected it is to see during a live broadcast like this. In a scenario like this though, there are still a few grounded possibilities worth keeping in mind. A trail like this could be related to the spacecraft itself, something like vented fuel, drifting debris, or light-catching particles near the camera could create a similar effect, especially with changing perspective or motion. So what do you make of this one? Did this clip capture something unexpected during the Artemis 2 mission, or is there a simpler explanation behind it?
Don't know. Number 4. Alright.
Over on the YouTube channel Caught on Tape, a video was uploaded that begins with an eerie message, stating that the footage we're about to see was filmed on an abandoned property back in 2008. This is actually a clip I featured on my channel many years ago, and I thought it was worth taking another look. The clip starts with a man slowly approaching a shed-like structure in the dark, using only a flashlight to guide his way. He carefully opens the door and pushes it inward, only to be met with something completely unexpected.
Did you hear that?
Didn't hear it. Holy fuck!
Let's get up. Come on.
No! No! What the fucking crackhead was that?
Out of nowhere, a pale, lanky figure suddenly rushes toward him, letting out a high-pitched screech
Nope.
as it closes the
Fucking
distance.
skinwalker.
The moment is chaotic and brief, with the uploader quickly turning and running, managing to escape without
Was it
any
staged?
visible harm. The way the
don't-
creature moves is what stands out most. Its speed and posture
Sorry, I can't get a
feel
good.
unnatural.
Yeah, no. Like fucking Gollum or some shit.
Giving the impression of something
Yeah, this is why I don't go places at dark. I stay home.
not entirely human.
No, it could have been a rabid dog. Like, I can't get a good. Yeah,
Let's get up. Come on.
can't get a good like shot.
Out of nowhere, a pale, lanky figure suddenly rushes
That's
toward
a-
him,
that's a nope
letting out a
moment.
high-pitched screech as it closes the
I'm
distance.
gonna nope the hell out.
The moment is chaotic and brief, with the uploader quickly turning and running, managing to escape without any visible harm.
It's good. We finally got
The
a
way
good
the creature
scare.
moves is what stands out most.
Just-
Its speed
oh,
and posture feel unnatural,
No,
giving the impression of something not entirely human.
that's what I hate.
Moments like this are often linked to the rake, a creepypasta turned
Yeah,
urban legend
that
describing a
thing.
thin, human-like entity known for
Gollum,
its erratic movement and unsettling appearance. The resemblance is close enough that it's easy to see why many have made that connection. If this wasn't something unknown, then one explanation could be that it was staged, with someone in a costume rushing the camera to create a sudden scare. The setting and limited visibility would make it easier to pull something like that off.
I don't like the way
Nearly
it's
2 decades later, the
it's
footage
running
still doesn't come with any clear
with
answers.
the
So what do you make of it? Does this look like a genuine
way that
encounter,
it's running?
or something created to feel that way?
That's just not how even like a person like it's more.
Reddit user
challenging
Whole
to run
Negotiation
like this.
1843 posted another video to the True Cryptozoology subreddit that shows a birdwatcher in West Virginia accidentally capturing something unsettling while walking
why I
through
don't
the
go to
woods
West
in broad
Virginia.
daylight. We watch as the uploader carefully records through the grass and bushes, scanning the area as if he's tracking something. For a moment, everything seems calm, but that changes very quickly.
Okay.
A strange, furry-looking figure suddenly becomes visible, partially hidden in the brush.
Ew.
After a brief moment, it slowly turns its head toward the cameraman, revealing
Oh, look at that. It got no eyes, no nose. Or maybe it does. Maybe it's just using a skull as a face cover.
just enough detail to make its appearance feel deeply
It's Beetlejuice! There he is! It's Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice!
unnatural. The reaction is immediate.
Oh,
The
good.
cameraman turns and runs,
That's
cutting
kinda-
the footage short and leaving the encounter unresolved. The strange part is how unfamiliar the face looks, almost resembling something expressive in a way that doesn't quite
Yeah, it's Beetlejuice right there. You got the mouth, you got the eyes. It's Michael Keaton's Beetlejuice. I hope that's just the cat upstairs just running around having a ball and it's not actually something in the corner.
match a typical animal. It's the kind of detail that sticks out, even in such a short clip. There are those who would interpret this as something much more unusual, with someone even suggesting it could be a Bigfoot-like creature, given the setting and the overall shape of what's seen. At the same time, others have pointed out that it may simply be an owl, possibly distorted by the angle, foliage, and the brief glimpse we're given. There is also the chance that the clip could have been staged. So what do you make of this one? Could this be a misidentified animal caught at the perfect moment, or
It's
something that
Beetlejuice.
doesn't quite fit into anything familiar?
Number 2.
Another post from the True Cryptozoology subreddit shows footage of a strange humanoid figure spotted inside an abandoned building, filmed by a man from his apartment across the way. The video itself is fairly blurry, possibly due to distance or the age of the footage, and begins with the cameraman zooming in on the empty structure.
It looks like a
At
goddamn
first,
toy.
nothing seems out of place, but once you notice it, it becomes difficult to ignore.
Alright, let's zoom in, zoom in, zoom in. Oh, okay. Little thing right there. Could have been a homeless guy.
Right here, a pale humanoid figure can be seen standing up before slowly moving through the building.
It looks like
Its
a homeless
movements are subtle,
ghoul.
but clear enough to suggest something is
From
definitely
Volk.
there. The way it appears and begins to move gives the impression that it's aware of its surroundings, almost as if it's pacing or searching for something within the space. It's easy to see why some would view this as something more than just a person, especially given the unnatural look of the figure and the eerie setting it's found in.
No,
Some
it looks like a
commenters believe the
crackhead.
figure could have been created
We
using
have to be honest,
CGI,
it looks like a crackhead.
especially considering the quality of the footage and how the figure appears
Somebody
against the
on meth
background.
and
There is
he's
also the
swatting.
chance that it's simply a person inside the building, with distance and resolution making the features look far more unusual than they actually
Wish I
are.
could get that skinny.
So what do you make of this one?
Just a
Are we
fat
looking at
ass.
something unexplained, or could there be a more grounded explanation behind what was captured?
Yeah, it just looks like a squatter. It's unsettling, but no.
This next clip is one I actually featured on my channel many years ago, and I thought it would be worth taking another look, especially for those of you who may not have seen it before. On
was
March
gonna go-
31st, 2015,
I was gonna go back through his older videos on the catalog of his older videos and watch them, but I saw this one and because it just popped up because it's his most recent one, so we chose this one instead of a later one or earlier one, but we might go and look at the other ones.
YouTuber known as Sgt. Peppers posted a video that shows someone wandering through the catacombs of an abandoned asylum somewhere in Canada. The footage
Canada.
follows a man as he moves through the
home and
dark,
native land.
narrow corridors, calling out for his friend Matt, who appears to have gone too far ahead. There's a clear sense of urgency in his voice
God
as he
damn it, Matt.
searches, but so far, there's no sign of him. At one point, he rounds a corner and suddenly finds himself face to face with something unexpected.
Matt? Oh. I told you he's sick, he needed to take a breather. Matt?
Matt's not
Following us? Why is he? I swear to God, I looked behind me 5 seconds ago when he was there. We need to stop playing around, man. Matt!
shit. At least get a flashlight and point it in the
freaking us
proper
out.
direction. Well, nope. See? There's crazies everywhere. That's
Just
Canada.
go, take the right.
Take the mat.
Take the right hand.
Take the right and say, Matt.
Standing directly in front of the cameraman appears to be a pale, human-like figure, motionless and almost blending into the darkness.
Ugh.
The moment is brief, but not enough to trigger an immediate
Ugh.
reaction as he yells and turns to run. The way the figure is positioned makes
And poor Matt's like, I'm lost and sick. And you just left me with this figure.
it feel almost staged within the space, as if it was waiting there to be found. It's the stillness that stands out most, especially in contrast to the panic
It
that
could
follows.
be a mannequin.
It's understandable that some might see this as paranormal, especially considering the setting and the sudden appearance of the figure.
I mean, if it just appeared, then maybe it's something. But if like some asshole decided to just set up mannequins all along, like in the sci, I mean, some people are assholes.
At the same time, this could have been someone else in the catacombs, possibly set up to create a scare, or even a coordinated hoax between multiple people. Thankfully, the cameraman makes it out without any harm, but it leaves one question. What happened to Matt? Did he make it out as well, or did something else happen down there?
Yeah. I kind of want to know.
And that was 13 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did,
13 scary videos. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, go over to Surf Spooks, subscribe to him, and if you want to see more videos by me, please subscribe to me. And like the video. And share it with your friends. And cross out.